like, Mom, Dad, like, you know, I'm debuting, I'm playing, and they were happy. My mom started crying, and oh, what channel? And it was like, it's on Sky, like, which is like Foxtel.
Yeah.
We didn't even have that.
How many concerts did you go to, Docs?
We had a training session. Yeah, we told them that we were sick. Ended up in London. Ended up in London, Burna Boy, thugging at the concert, and then crying the next day when they found out.
Welcome back to the Mayday podcast. I'm your host, Terrell May, and today we're sitting down with Big C, brah. Siua Taukeiaho, born in OTARA, collected back-to-back rings at Sydney Roosters, and now bringing that championship pedigree to the Northern Beaches with Manly. He captained Tonga in one of the biggest upsets in rugby league history of Australia. This is Siua Taukeiaho. Welcome to the show, Doc.
Nah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All
Thanks
good,
for
brah.
having me.
How you been, Docs?
Good. Just been enjoying the off season with my family and that, so which is good.
Family of five, eh? Big family now, eh?
Yeah, man. Had my first one when I was 22, so I was like, I was still young. Just went to my first year at Roosters.
Yeah.
So, family of five. I got 3 boys, 2 girls. So had 2 girls in France when I was there. Loving it, man. Enjoying it.
Buongiorno. 33, Docs, bro. I didn't know you that old age. Like,
Bro,
not even.
Yeah, man. I'm old. Yeah, man. Shucks, I've been around the game for a while now. So I think it's one thing that I was a bit nervous coming back to the game because when I was watching the NRL back there, I was like, shucks, the game's going quick. I don't think this old body will keep up with the game. So
Nah, bro, you done gone, lad. Straight up. I was even surprised too because obviously you played with my older brother in France.
Yeah.
You're taking the mickey over there.
How's he going?
Nah, he's all good, bro.
Yeah.
I think they got their prelim this week to go grand final.
They'll probably take it out.
I hope so, bro.
Got a gun side.
Yeah, just remember him saying like, oh, nah, he's always injured. But like me and him just cruise around. And then when you came back, I was shocked, eh? I was like, bro, this guy's the main forward, bro. After Paseka got injured, eh? The main dude, but it's good to see, bro.
Nah, thanks, man. I think it was like 1,500 US for one NFT.
How many did you have?
Docs, I had 5.
What?
I bought other players as one too. And at the time, if I sold it, it was like 70 or close to 80K US. But I was like, but this is before it even showed like what you had.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of people that were like waiting for it to like
Pop more.
Yeah, pop more. But then it was like they wanted to like buy the NFTs that everyone else was holding. So like if we just chuck it on the market, that's how much it was like selling for. And
Is it still a thing now?
Nah, I don't think anyone like talks about it anymore.
Just Bitcoin, eh?
Yo, Bitcoin. What else? Well, XRP.
Oh yeah, everyone's talking about that.
Everyone's talking about that.
Are you still in your crypto?
Oh,
What about you when you were doing your thing in all the boys were like every week we're like, oh, you see what's trying to scam the boys when you were doing your pyramid schemes.
Gee, I was finding like all the boys are like, gee, what is this? Because I ended up jumping out of it because I was like, bro, this is not for me. Because like it was the way that because how I got in was like through these other people. Like it's not a scam, but bro, you gotta like
Put in the work.
You gotta put in the work. And then if people like buy something, you get like a commission out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I was just like, bro, this is not for me. Like, I don't see myself doing this, trying to bring people and get like my people to buy it just so I can get a cut.
Yeah.
So I ended up just like, bro, I just cut it off. And then people were asking, gee, what is that? And I was like, it's good if you're like a mad content creator and all that stuff and always post, but it's like, that's not me. So I just like jumped off it.
Just jump in the watch business.
No. Gee, it was all our watches, man.
Just jump in.
Is it this one? What's this one?
Cartier. Iced out.
Oh, shucks.
What happened to your rollies?
Nah, still at home. I was gonna rock it today, but I was like, frick, I don't want to look too fancy.
Yeah.
But I knew you were gonna wear that, wear your chains. Where's the bum bag?
Heels.
Oh, nice.
Nah, because remember, did you hear about last year? How my chains got stolen?
Nah.
My other ones that I first was wearing, they got stolen, and my bracelet.
Where?
At the cleaners at Roosters stole it.
Oh,
And they sold it.
they sold it already, G.
They did. Let's take it back to the start, Docs. OTARA, how was that growing up?
No, it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it there. OTARA was home for me. I went to school there. I was trying to go to like all this boys' school like outside of OTARA, but my parents like just go to the closest school, just walk down the road. So But yeah, like that's home there. Played my junior footy for OTARA Scorpions as well. So I think everyone knows OTARA is like similar to like Campbelltown or Mount Jewett. So I was grateful living there, especially moving here to Australia. Yeah, we didn't have much growing up in that as well. So a lot of housing commission that in that area as well. So, but yeah, OTARA still home for me.
Yeah, a lot of comparisons to like south of Auckland and like Mountie and Campbelltown and that. Was that a rough area like growing up?
Yeah, yep. Even like moving here, like with my cousin that lived in OTARA, that now living in Campbelltown, they said, bro, it's similar. It's like not too far off. So yeah, there's a lot of Polynesians there, Tongan Samoans and Māoris, gangs, and everyone calls it like the ghetto and that as well. But us living there, I don't see it as a ghetto.
Yeah,
like I don't know, like people that's outside of it look at it that way. But yeah, that was just home for us, and yeah, there was a lot of stuff that went on in OTARA and that as well, which was like a normal thing for us to see. But yeah, like I said, I was just grateful to come out of that area and make it somewhere in life.
So where you get your fighting skills from, Docs?
The what, sir?
OTARA? The fighting skills?
Nah. Fighting skills is just shadow boxing at home after getting a hiding.
The angry ones, eh?
The angry ones run into the room and start shadow boxing.
Do you have siblings in that?
Yeah. I got 5 sisters and 1 brother.
Yeah.
They're all living here in Sydney, but the lifestyle was just too fast for them, and the heat as well. So they ended up moving back to OTARA. And I think they're just too comfortable there. They love it there. Now they got their own little family back in the area. So I'm the only one. Me and my old man were the only one that's in Sydney. So I don't see myself going back and that as well. So, but
then parents both Tongan?
Yeah. Parents are both Tongan. Born in Tonga, moved to New Zealand at a young age. I think they were like 16 or 17. Got married there, and they just lived there, work, had us kids there as well. But they were staying outside of OTARA. And then once they started having us, they obviously moved back and they moved into OTARA because it was a lot cheaper.
Yep.
And that as well. And me and my siblings, we all just grew up in that area. Stayed at the same house for like I don't know, like 15 years or something. It's not like Sydney where you gotta keep moving if you're renting. Over there you can rent, and you can rent the whole house for like 30 years straight without moving. Yeah.
Crazy.
Because as long as you move into a house there, and then like the owners will just leave you there.
Oh yeah.
And that's what most people will do. And when I came here, like I was renting, and then next thing you know, after a year later, you got to move out. So you got to start moving. But yeah.
Who were the people outside your family that helped you turn you into this athlete?
Shucks. It's hard because I was like it was hard to like say if there's someone that was outside of my family, but it was more just like my own man.
Yep.
He played a big role because I was probably the only kid in our family that was that loved sports. My older sister, she played netball, but she didn't take it too serious. I was the only one that loved like athletics or volleyball or soccer or rugby. But rugby back then was big, and my dad would drive me to make it somewhere in life and that as well. So even at a young age, I was training and playing, and as the years go by, I could see him putting so much effort and time into me. Hopefully that I can make it somewhere in life. So there wasn't much people, but it was more just my old man. He played a big role, and I'm grateful that he's here in Sydney with me because he likes to come to some of my games, and right up till now, even some of my NRL games, he's pretty much like the only person there from the start.
Yeah.
They get to sit in the stand and still watch me do what I love.
So how did the journey all start? Was it back home in OTARA?
Yeah. Like all started back in OTARA when I was playing at OTARA Scorpions. There was like this my old manager named Stan Martin. He's passed away. So he came to watch other players, but I ended up being the standout in that game. And he gave me one of his card. and he was looking after a lot of players in the Warriors development. So I ended up, it was like 2 weeks later, I ended up calling him. I just called him randomly off my dad's phone, and I just told him, oh, it was me, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, come to the Warriors development, come and start training. And then from there, everything just kicked off. Started going training development, playing OTARA, made 20s, played 20s 2011 and 12, and then signed my first NRL contract in 2012. So most of it all started back in OTARA. But at the time, bro, not many scouts in that will come out and come to that area and pick players from out of there. So they'll go to most of the top teams. And we weren't a top team at the time, but we had some pretty good Polynesian players in our team. So everything all started back then.
Were you just straight league straight away or union?
No. I started off union.
Yeah.
I was playing for Papatoe. I started off union. Union was big back then. Everyone used to watch the All Blacks and wanted to be an All Black growing up. So yeah, it was always union. And then I ended up switching over, I think like 14 or 15. I switched over and played league for OTARA. And then, my first year, I just fell in love with the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, this is me. I'm going to just keep playing league. And then, and then a couple of years later, that's when I ran into Stan and ended up training at the Warriors development. So, but yeah, I was always a big union fan. Big ton. I'm with Richie McCaw, like all those players growing up. Union was big back then.
And then when you transitioned from union to league, what position did you start at?
League, I was a halfback.
No way.
Yeah.
So you got scouted for the Warriors to go play halfback?
I got scouted at the Warriors development as a halfback. As a halfback. And then I debuted as a centre.
Well, for the Warriors.
I debuted as a centre. Debuted as centre, and Roosters signed me as a centre. And now
I remember this story.
Now I'm playing prop. I don't have that speed anymore.
Yeah, but that's crazy, eh?
But yeah, man, I've always because union players, but they had like mad skills and like they knew how to like pass and kick and everything. So I was more like I was playing centre fullback when I was union, like when I was young, and then I came in. I was playing a bit of centre, but they wanted to use my skills in the halves, so I started playing halves, and then they picked me to go into development as a half, but then they went from half. They started pushing me out into the wing center, and then debuted as a center. But yeah, man, like I enjoyed my time playing at that age.
So you're the first, like you're the OG Tongan Izzy Katoa.
The OG Izzy Katoa, yeah, that's it, man.
And then, so you debuted Warriors, then the next year you went to Roosters. As signed as a center. And then what did you play? You didn't play center at Roosters, but
No. So yeah, I was like I debuted 2012, and then I still had one more year at the Warriors. But yeah, I got the tap on the shoulder. Like they weren't keen to keep me.
At least you got the tapples.
I was like, I was like, shucks, like, because I thought they were gonna I played all right on my debut game, and that was the last game for the year, and I thought they were gonna at least extend me or something. But I still had one more year, so I got the tap on the shoulder saying, like we don't want you next year and that. So my manager came in and it was like, we only got one offer. And that was from Roosters. But Roosters were keen on me 2011 when I was 20s. But I was like, I wasn't keen to move away from home. So I was like, nah, I'll just play it out and stay at the Warriors. And then, I met up with Robbo after this is on the game before I debuted, like a day before. I met up with Trent over in Para. And the guy that got me there was a guy named P. O'Sullivan. Sean O'Sullivan's old man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I met up with them two out in Para. We had a good chat. And Robert was like, bro, I'm keen to get you over next year as a centre. So I played centre my first year at Roosters, but Cup. And I was 18 man a few times. And then following year, Robert moved me into back row lock.
Yeah, because I remember, it wasn't 2014 or was it 2015 where you were like, Robbo was saying was like the best year he's ever seen from like a back row, back row.
It was 2015. Like 2014, I went into the Roosters like I was already like fit and strong, but like defensive wise, like I no idea like how to defend, and like I was they knew me as a more of like a ball runner, like as an attack. So when I went to Roosters, and you know they pride themselves around defense, so I went there and just added all that into my game, and then everything just took off. 2015, played every game in 2015, and ended up securing another 2-year deal, and I was there for a couple of years.
Yeah, because I remember they were saying like, was it when you first got there, you weren't unfit, but you weren't fit, and then was it 2014? You like won every fitness drill, like every strength drill. Was it that year?
Yeah, it was so I went over 2014. Well, like we had, but it's because back at the like when I was younger, like my old man used to get me to do a lot of road running. At a young age, and running on your own, that just strengthened me more mentally. And I was used to just running, and then at the Warriors we did a lot of road running and all that as well, so I was used to that. Then transitioning from there to Roosters, they're a lot more smart about the way they train. And that it wasn't as hard as like there wasn't as much running like the Warriors. But they were really smart. We did a lot of 13 on 13, edge on. That's where some of the Ks were coming out of. So I used to win a few beep tests and yo-yo tests and 4 and 5s. I was running off the halves this one time. Bro, I was running with like Percy and Jake Friend and them. Like Travis Tuma, like he was like, bro, I'm going to put you with these dudes. I was like, yeah, sweet. And I was running with them.
Crazy.
But they only lasted for like 2 years, and then ended up at the back running with Joey.
Joey, bro, he's the unfittest bloke I've ever seen.
He doesn't care, lad.
Nah, Joey, bro. Shout out Joey, but bro, he's training, bro. He's got the worst training, eh? Then he goes on the field.
Goes on the field and kills it. Yeah. Score 3 tries.
I'm like, what the hell? When footy's not on, Docs, how do you use that downtime?
Like we spoke about earlier, I got 5 kids, so my hands are busy. So on my days off, I like to take them out. If they're not at school, so take them out to the park, hang out at the beach. We're based out of Manly Ways, so it's a good lifestyle, good environment. They just love being out of the house. So that there just brings that there's like a reset for myself before I go back into the next day. So hanging out with my family and kids, it's that's pretty much what I do on a normal day off. But I enjoy it.
Did your kids like the Manly area? Because actually most of you don't know, but this guy was staying in Manly when he was at Roosters too, eh?
Yeah. I was living in DY. So I was living in DY, and I was just traveling to the east and training in there. So that was normal for me. Like I was used to it. But now being like 5 minutes down the road from Brookvale, it's like, bro, it's mad. Like you get to sleep in and wake up and do whatever you want before you head in. I get to go pick up my kids when we finish early. But it's like I'm enjoying it, and kids love it too. Kids love it. I think it's just they got a lot of their mates that are all Manly fans as well because of the area. So they all come to the game. After the game, they run on the field. But there's like memories that I'll cherish forever. So it's mad.
Yeah, 100%. Do your kids feel like comfortable in this area? Because it's like, I know you left for 2 years or a year and a bit.
Yeah.
And then did they miss DY, Manly?
Yeah. Like I could tell, like after the first year when I was over in France, we enjoyed it, but then it was hard to like speak the language, especially them as well, bro. Because my kids were going to school and they don't know how to speak English there, so my kids had to try learn French.
Yeah.
And at the time, like my kids knew how to like communicate with myself. So when they'll come home, I was like, "How's school?" And I was like, "Bro, I can't even like talk to anyone." But that there, like, bro, it made me worry a bit. Like, I was like, "Am I gonna be here like long term, or am I just gonna like move back?" And then I remember at that time, my missus was like, "Oh, I think it's good that we head back after your last year and get them back into school." So, but like the lifestyle there in France was mad. Like we enjoyed our time there. But they also struggled a bit just with the support and the schooling and that. So, but it was a good experience. We loved it.
Was that the main reason why you went to Manly in the first place? Come back home and go to Manly because your kids feel comfortable, or was that a choice on your?
Nah, it was more just coming back to Australia.
Yeah.
Because when I came back, I was training at the Dogs. I came back and I was trying to sign with the Dogs. But I was doing rehab with them from mid-year all the way to the season finished. And then the deal didn't go through. I failed my medical. So they ended up pulling the contract out. So, and then bro, I was at home. I was like, bro, there's like, because I had no manager too. So I jumped on phone and called Robbo. Yeah,
I remember.
I called Robbo and Robbo's like, hey, how are you? Like, blah, blah, this and that. And he was like, how was France? Yeah, all good. And then he was like, what happened there? We started chatting and I was like, I just want to see it. Like, is there an opportunity there for me? And he was like, you know what? I'll link you up with Steph, get your medical done, and then see how you go. Passed my medical, but I think they had other plans. And then I just ended up, I rang Manly, had a chat with Manly, and they're like, bro, we're keen. We're keen, we want to get you on board. I'll be able to go and help some of their middles, like more like in that leadership role, and then help them on the field as well. So, and that was like, bro, that was perfect. It was close to home. Kids loved it. And then, I enjoyed my year this year with them.
When did you start preseason? Early, eh? Like,
bro, I was in there with the young ones.
Yo, I remember seeing that preseason videos.
Yeah. Because I didn't play like last year. I didn't play any games last year.
Yeah.
So it was, they go, because you didn't play any game, we want you to do preseason, come in the first day of preseason. I was like, I'm 33. I've been around for a while. So like, yeah. So I went in the first day, bro, trained did the whole preseason, played, and the starting 17 didn't play they didn't jump in the trials.
Yeah.
And like I was probably like the oldest one in there, with the young boys running around in the trial games. But that was just to try to secure a spot in the 17, and played both games. And then after the last trial against Penrith, that's when they said like you'll be starting in run 1. But you got to go through a lot of stuff, and just to try to secure something, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember like watching your trial against Penrith because we were after you.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, this guy's still got it. I thought you were like not gonna be ill, but I was like, nah, he's too old, bro. Like even when he was in France, he like his body's probably sore now. And then I came, I was like, oi, this guy throwing his little short balls, running amok. And then during the year, obviously we got to verse each other. He was still carving, and I was like, nah, they're gonna re-sign him. And then congrats, Doggo, on the re-signing.
Thanks, man.
How many years?
I haven't signed yet, but we're just in the process of trying to sort out a 2-year deal.
Oh, gun, bro. It doesn't matter. This will be out in a couple of weeks. So
it'll
probably be
hopefully
released
it's by then.
Yeah. If not, just cut that little bit out. But yeah, bro, congrats, man. Deserve it. Had a big year. How was it this year, like leading, even though you probably came in thinking, like, I don't know how you were thinking, but coming in thinking maybe you're going to start from the bottom again, then work your way to the top. But bro, I reckon you were their main guy, to be honest.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, no, it was good. Obviously going to a different environment, different club, learning a whole new different system. But I was already told from the coach that what they wanted from me. So going in, especially someone that's been around the game for a while. So my first day there was more about just trying to learn the system, how they operate, and I was just trying to help out heaps of the young boys that was there. So, but they already had a lot of older players there as well. They started a bit later, but yeah, man, I enjoyed my time there. It was good. A lot of Tongan players there in that team that I got to play alongside when in Tonga. So I felt comfortable, being at that club as well, and coaches were good and everything. But yeah, no, it was mad. I felt like I had a good year. But yeah, enjoyed my time there.
Talk us through your debut for the Warriors. How was that as a young kid growing up in that area, playing for OTARA and that, and then getting to see out your dreams? Yeah, it was. I wasn't told till game day that I was debuting. So yeah, the last game was we played St. George over in Wollongong. So obviously we had to fly over here on our own. I had to get off the team and that. So I was 19 man. And I remember I think during road party, he rolled his ankle on captain's run. And then the 18 man got told to be ready. But the 18 man was a forward and Jerome Party was a center. Yeah. So I think they were going to try and move players around. And then anyways,
on game day, the coach came up to me and said, just before Bricky, it was like, "Oh, you're gonna debut," and I was that there just like I was like, "Oh, what the heck?" Like I wasn't even ready. And then during road party came up and told me, "Oh, like get ready, you'll be playing." And the coach said, "You're gonna come off the bench and play center." I was like, "Yeah, sweet." So I rang my parents, told them. And I remember ringing my mom and she started crying, and she's like, this is a blessing. This is everything could start from here. So I ended up playing. I played all right, playing at center. We ended up losing that game. But that day I was like just jumping on the field. I don't know what it was, but sitting on the bench was like mad. Just warming up, I was like, "Sharks, this is mad!" Like just warming up. And then when I jumped on the field, I just had all these goosebumps. Like I'm on a NRL rugby, NRL field, getting ready to play. And then the boys were like, "Bro, get in the game early." Yeah, so it just went straight in, and we were coming out of a yardage, and then they straight off got in there, got my first carry. I think I got folded on my first carry too. Someone came shooting off from C. And I remember I turned around and bro, it was one of the front rows, came out of C, got me. And I was like, "Holy, this is in a row." But played. Once I went on, I stayed on till the game was done. But it was a mad experience. I went back home, and my parents were happy, and they just said, just keep training hard, and we'll see where this goes off. And then a couple of weeks later, I got to tell Sean to move on. I was like, "Oh, you got me."
Shoulders. But no, it would have been hard because no one would have been able to come to your game, eh?
Nah, because I remember, because it was on game day, and they were just, I was just like, and I was that young that I didn't even want to ask, like, "Can you bring my family over?" I was like, "Oh yeah, sweet." I rang my parents, like, "Mom, Dad, like, I'm debuting, I'm playing," and they're happy. My mom started crying. And "Oh, what channel?" And it was like, "It's on Sky," like, which is like Foxtel.
Yeah,
we didn't even have that.
Watch on the radio.
It's on Sky, but we don't have that. Maybe go down to the pub. So bro, they had to like wait because it gets showed again like on which is like Prime Channel, which is like Channel 9.
Oh, like
they will show the replay.
Oh, okay.
So they waited and then watched the replay.
That's
and
crazy.
that as well. So I called them when the game was done, and it was they were just about to watch the kickoff. How'd you guys go? Yeah, we lost. Yeah.
Oh, we'll watch. Oh.
Yeah.
So no one got to go to your game, bro.
Nah, no one, man.
That sucks,
yeah. But I guess at that time it was just like, this is my time now. Like, like I knew like my family were, were gonna try to watch me from back home, and their support will always be with me. But wherever I go, it's just like, this is me now. I got to try taking charge.
Heading into 2015, you became Sonny Bill's replacement. How did that go for you, Docs?
That was mad. It was good. When I came into the Rooster 2014, that's when I think they won the year 2013. And then I came in the end of 2013, getting ready for 2014 season. And yeah, I got to meet Sonny Bill, Jared, Samoa, all those top players, Frank Paul and all them. It was just mad, like training alongside them, especially Sonny Bill. Bro, it was like when he walks into the room and like us younger players will just be looking at him like, "That's Sonny Bill." And then, but he was mad, like he was a mad dude, because he'll come up and just like hang out with us Islanders, talk to us and like, help us out. But that was including all the older players as well. And then, I got to like learn so much of him. And then, he moved on in 2015. And then a few players moved on in 2015. I think that kind of opened the door for some of us young boys. Like, me and Dylan Napa, Kane Evans, we all started those doors open, and then they gave us opportunities to try to take it with both hands. But 15 was my main year, and everything took off from then.
All right, you actually look like Sunnyville Viday, Docs.
Oh, actually?
Same hair.
Nah.
Oh, you're
the same arms, G.
Nah. Yeah. Anyways, we'll go into 2015. So obviously that was, you, like you said, your main season. What do you reckon prepped you for that? Or was that just like, you just knew this was your year?
Yeah,
you
it was
had
like,
to do something about it?
Bro, was funny because like when I went in there 2014, I had a good preseason, but just during that whole year, it was like I was immature, but you know, like bro, I was getting in trouble all the time from Robbo, and that was because like I was coming in late and I was hanging around like the wrong crowd, and like Robbo was, and long story short, like with the end of the year review.
Yo.
It was end of 2014. I sat down on Robbo and I was like, bro, I see you playing 300 games, but I also see you playing 0 games because of your attitude. And I was like, oh yeah, what am I doing wrong? And then he gave me that look, that awkward look.
Yeah, that
like,
angry like.
Yeah, like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like you don't know. And then he was just like, bro, you're just doing this. It's like you're doing your own thing. And then that's when I was like, bro. Anyways, the next day, I took off home. I went back to NZ, and then I came back, and then Robert was like, "You either have a good year this year, which is 2015 year, or you just jump on the plane and head back home, and you go do whatever you're doing, pickpacking or back to 9 to 5. And but coming back home, when I went home for that break, like, bro, just like, because he grew up with nothing, like and then seeing my parents, and as one of the older boy, I used to help out my old man and that. So when I was there during that 2 months off, like my parents were going through a lot. Like we're struggling financially and everything. So on my way back to Sydney, getting for preseason, it was like, bro, I need to take this serious. And then that's when I just took the whole preseason serious. And then Robert was just, I remember I had a meeting with him again after that preseason, and he goes, "You look like a different person coming in." And I was like, bro, this is pretty much like my last chance now. So and then I just had a mad year. 2015 got re-signed, and then my family ended up moving over one by one over to Sydney. So I felt like I needed that talk from Robert just to like make me realize like where I'm at in life, and do I want to keep doing it or go back home, back to OTARA, and keep struggling. So yeah.
No, that's mad, because that would have just been like you said, your last chance. You would have had to realize like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to look after my family if I just keep taking the piss and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're still immature, docs.
33.
This guy's immature, bro. He got me in trouble heaps at Roosters. You said it took you 2 to 3 years to become a leader at the Roosters. What changed in your mindset, or just anything in general?
I think like during like those first couple of years, I think everyone knows us Polynesian, we're just humble and quiet. And sometimes we don't really express our feelings or talk up. But then, as the years go by, that's when I started realizing, like I need to start saying stuff and that as well. Especially, I think once Samoa left, was like me, Toops. I think we're the 2 poly at the time. So one of
Toops was not talking.
Yeah, I was like, Brad, one of us had to start talking. But then also Robbo was like, you've been around 2-3 years now. Like I need you to, start talking, start helping out Jazz and everything. And that there just, the first year was like pretty slow. But then I just started building a bit of confidence in myself. And then once I got put into the leadership group, that there was like, all right, sweet, I'm here in the leadership. I need to start acting like a leader, being a leader. But it takes a bit of time because, my first year, I kind of just separated myself from the squad a bit because I just wouldn't want to talk to, I was not that I didn't want to, I was just too shy to talk to other players, especially those older ones. But I'm comfortable talking with all the young ones and that as well. So as I got older, I was trying to, I could easily talk with all the older boys, but then also connect with the younger ones as well. Even when yous are coming through, you Fahu and Tills, I could easily connect with you guys and that as well, and had mad chats. But for me to like help you guys, I needed to try be a leader and try help you boys out. But yeah, that was all because of Jared and all Robert and all them.
Nah, I've said this before, but it was when I was kind of a nobody. I said, I've give you mad props for my career, because I've said it many times where I reckon I wouldn't be in this position now if I didn't have someone like you. 'Cause you were like that older head for us young Islander boys, and we didn't really speak to the other boys like that. And yeah, you would always come and speak to us and just tell us like, yeah, bro, you need to do this to start like playing NRL, or you need to do this. Like you would always look out for us, and I always said like, you wouldn't probably even know who I was if it wasn't for this guy. And like he was the main reason why, like, you know, me, Fahu, Tilly, and that kind of stuff, because this guy was our like big brother for us to succeed in where we are now. And like that's why I wanted you on the podcast so bad, because I want to give my props to you. And you know, I definitely, I know 100% I wouldn't be in the position I was without you. That's why I got so much respect and love for you, because you took me in under your wing as a little brother. And yeah, now I get to do that to another younger boy. So I'm just grateful that we had you there, but it was a bit short, man. You had to leave too early, but like you said before, that opened the door up for us even more. And that was something unselfish for you to do, because I know you wanted to stay, but you knew it was our time to take over. And yeah, I remember that day you were saying you were leaving, and you told us younger boys like, now it's your time to take over. And you always had faith in us before anyone knew. And I remember like you saying to Robbo and that, like, bro, these guys are gonna be beasts. You just need to like teach them. And then now we get to prosper in NRL, and yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, because like you know, during those times when you know you, Fahu, and Tills, I always knew you guys had something in you. But Robbo also knew I'm probably the only player that could connect with you guys more than all the other leaders. And as a Polynesian, I'd never wanted to see any poly boys get left out from anything. So that's why Robbo wanted me as one of the leaders, because I could connect with all the Islanders. And I'll go out there and not try to impress, but help all those young boys and give them as much advice. That's either stay or move on to another club. But yeah, now fast forward, seeing you, Tills, Fahu, where you guys are at your club, like you're like hands down, you're like one of the best front rowers in the game. Fahu as well, and Tills, you know, and I get to say, bro, I got to like, you know, hang out with these boys, you know, play alongside them, you know, look after them when they're coming through. And now look at them, they're like, you know, they're one of the best players in the game. But that's all, you know, that all comes down to you guys. You know, you guys chose to, especially, you know, moving on to France. I was like, bro, when I move to France, I hope these guys make it somewhere, bro. Like that there will just make me happy. And like Tills, I got to present him his debut jersey. Not Fahu's, but yeah, like that there, just those memories, like I'll cherish those memories for years and for life. But yeah, it's mad to get to see where you guys are now in life.
Yeah, man, you really unlocked something. I don't know what it was, but like I said, when you left, I was gutted, bro, because like I felt a bit uncomfortable because we didn't really have a Islander guy to look up to. And then, yeah, Joey really took like that stead for you and really looked after us. And Tupi, like, he's very quiet, but he's always had the poly boys back. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, shout out to you, bro.
Even like some of the young poly boys in Manly and that as well. Like some of them like knew who I was. But I could tell when they're shy around me.
Yeah.
So like they will say like I'm immature, but then like that's me trying to connect with them. Yeah, try to like come down to their level and try to just like joke around and that. But then I want them to be comfortable around me, and that where we can have a proper chat, and then they can tell me whatever's going on, whatever they need, and if I can help them, I'll help them. But yeah, I feel like that's what I want to do after footy, is more just helping heaps of these young ones coming through. But yeah, like I've enjoyed it, and I'm seeing a lot of those boys, you know, they're starting to grow in life.
2018, your first grand final. How was that as a build-up?
Oh, bro, I was mad. I was like, probably like, the best week. I remember winning, I think we won against Souths, and then, once we won that, it was like, I remember sitting in the changing room after that game, and Jared was like, all right, get ready. Get ready for next week. It's a whole new week, different feeling. And just the build up, especially against Melbourne and that as well. But yeah, it was a mad week. We didn't really like train hard. was more about just was more about just sharpening like some of the little stuff, sharpening like just getting some of our techniques and getting all our skills and just getting that right. Same training that we normally do every week was like the same, but it was just about sharpening stuff, and we started moving things around, especially when Coops went down. So we were trying to like move things around, like how are we going to play without Coop. So but yeah, just that whole week was like, it was mad. And then running out, like waking up on grand final day, it was like, holy, you walk out to your window and all like everyone's already out there drinking, like all the fans and everything. And it was already packed, you know. So it was just like the build up was mad, and then to top it off to win, it was just one of those feelings that's hard to explain, but I enjoyed it.
And then personally, you had a mad year too, like 2018.
Yeah. Like I had a good year. I think I started to find my feet, like starting, and then and just starting together with Jared, being one of the leaders in the middle, and then from there, just moving forward, it was just I just felt like we could, as a team, do something special, especially with the players that we had. I think every player from one wing to the other like played international. And I think we probably had the most players in our team to play Origin that year as well. So we had a mad side. And then to go away to top it off by winning the GF was it was mad.
And then fast forward exactly 1 year, 2019, back to back. How was that? Was that crazy?
Yeah, it was crazy because I can't remember like when it was the last team that did it. So we ended up winning 2019, but to me, it was a different feeling from the first. Somehow I went into that game like fully confident. And then the Melbourne game was like, I just had so much nerves. Like I was so nervous. Even playing, I was still like nervous, still hesitating to catch the ball and everything. Like I felt like I was just like stuck. Yeah. And then Canberra game, I was just like, bro, we're gonna win this. And that before even kickoff, we ended up winning last minute. And that as well, but just winning both grand finals and wearing the rings, and then just celebrating after, it was like it was mad. It's one of the most memories that I'll live on in my footy career.
Yeah, because some people don't even get to win one ring.
Yeah,
and then for you to do two, and then like also to have the career you've had, 200 games, being the player you've been, and then even like with the Tongan thing. Starting a whole like culture, you, Jace, Fafita. It's crazy like how much you've changed the game, but most people don't even like give you props in that because I don't know why, but go into a bit like why you made the change from New Zealand to Tonga and what that means for your family and yourself.
Yeah, it was always I guess it was like growing up, I've always wanted to represent New Zealand. Like either representing the All Blacks or Kiwis. So on that day, when the season finished, I got the call from Kidwell. You'll be in the Kiwis team. I was like, yeah, sweet, man. So me and family took off to Fiji just for a quick break before we head into camp. And then after a holiday, on our way back home, when we landed into Sydney, I've seen my phone started popping off and all the media, it was because Jace made the move over. Switched over to Tonga. And I was like, nah, it's not true. So I quickly messaged him. I go, oh, you jamming with Tonga? And he goes, yeah, I'm going to go Tonga. And he was like, come down, let's go Tonga, let's create something here. And I was like, nah, all good, enjoy. And then I was literally waiting for my bags to come out. And then as I was sitting there, I was talking to my missus, and my missus go like, bro, like, why don't you play for Tonga? At the time, I was just like, nah, because, there's like, I'll get paid heaps of money for the Kiwis and that as well. And I was still early stages in my career as well. And then literally I just grabbed the phone. My missus, I didn't even tell my missus, I just grabbed the phone, and because Wolfie was trying to get me as well. And I told him, nah, I'm going Kiwis. And he was like, come on, man, like Jason's now here. And I was like, nah, it's all right. And then I just grabbed the phone, called Kidwell, and just said, look, I'm going to jump out and I'm going Tonga. And then he was off me. He was angry. He was like, Jace just called me, and like, now you just called me, like this and that. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. And he goes, you know, you're never gonna put the Kiwi jersey on. And I was like, bro, I'm sorry, but yeah, my heart's here. And Wolfie didn't even I didn't even tell Wolfie or Jace and that as well. And then I just jumped on the phone, called Jace. I go, bro, I'm coming. And he was like, hey, you swear? And he go, yeah, serious. And then I started calling all the other Tongans that already named in the Kiwis. I called, it was Dave Fusitua and Manu Ma'u. I called them too. I'll go, lad, I'm going with Jace. And then literally probably half an hour later, they called me and go, we're coming as well. And then that's when, and then Fafita, I think Fafita jumped on together with Jace.
Yeah.
And then we started following, and then called Wolfie. I'll go, I'm in. And then we came into camp straight away. I think 2 days later, came into camp, and then looking around, I was like, bro, we got a mad squad. Like that was, you know, or Tavita Pangai and all them, like in their prime. And I was like, bro. And then yeah, we did really well that year in that World Cup. Lost to England over New Zealand. But yeah, from there we just created so much. We created history, and a lot of players that are jumping on board.
Yeah, bro, you started a whole movement. Like, look at all the boys now, like deflecting Australia, New Zealand, to go Samoa, to go Tonga, to go like rep their nations. It's crazy what you guys pretty much provided for the whole of the NRL, and now it's like built the Islander nations strong, and it's gonna be a mad World Cup next year.
Yeah.
Even this year with Pac Champs, bro. Hopefully I'm in it, and hopefully you're in it too, and we can make more history for our little nations, bro. Yeah,
no, it's mad because it's just like it evens it out with like the competition as well. I think like back then it was always Australia, Kiwis, or England, and then last World Cup, you know, you guys played Australia in the final. So now it's just like poly teams with Australia, New Zealand, England. There's like so many competition there, and I think it's good for the fans because even that, like, they don't know who's gonna win. Yeah, but that just brings a lot of viewers, and then there's a lot of competition. A lot of young players starting to choose all the Polynesian teams and that as well. So which is good. It's good for the game.
Mad, bro. It's mad for the game. So hopefully we win next year. You headed over to France in 2022, was it? Yeah, no, end of 2022. Yeah. What was your decision there? We went into it a little bit, obviously.
Yeah.
Just
I guess I was just like, I was at Roosters for, I think it was like 8-9 years. I was there, and I felt like I was ready. Besides, like, I was always injured, and I just felt like, bro, my body's done. I need to move. So I chose to go France because of the lifestyle, and something new as well. So yeah, went over to France. It was meant to be 2 years, ended up being a year and a half. A year and a half. But yeah, my family I loved it as well. My family loved it. Bro, during that whole year and a half, I only played like 10 games. Bro, so that's why I feel so fresh, man. coming into the NRL year. But yeah, it was either that or go England. Yeah. But I've been in England a few times, and I wouldn't live in England. No. Nothing wrong with England, but it's just the weather, man. Like, my family just won't enjoy it much. So signed 2 years over in Catalans, and
How many concerts did you go to, Docs?
That's how. So we had a training session, and I ended up. I told them that I was sick. Me and one of the other boys, I'm not gonna name him. I think everyone already knows. We told them that we were sick. Ended up in London. Burna Boy, thugging at the concert, and then crying the next day when they found out.
That is the funniest story I've ever seen. That when the boys like were going around Roosters and showing it, I was like, this guy's an idiot, bro. But it's so funny, bro. Oh, bro, to have the balls to do that, Docs, and post it on social media.
Bro, because I was like, I wouldn't usually do that. Like, that's not me to like leave training. But yeah, at the time, bro, I was just going through a lot with the club. Like I said earlier, I was trying to sign with Dogs, but I failed my medical. But it was because France looks at it a different way, like certain injuries. Oh yeah. Like a big injury here is like a little injury over there. So I had a Lisfranc injury, which is big here, which is like when you first do it, it's like a 3-month recovery, and if you keep playing on it, you'll need surgery.
Yeah.
I think that's what Billy Smith had, and so you got
to.
Yeah. So you got to get like screws and all that. So it takes like 6 to 7 months just to recover from it. Over in France, it's like it's not a big thing. So I was FaceTiming. We were on Zoom call with Steph and Trav, trying to sort my injury out, because they're obviously covering my insurance, and they wouldn't want to sort it. They didn't want to sort it out. They wanted me to play on it. So I kept playing on it, and obviously it just keeps getting worse. Yeah. Every time I step off it, I can just hear a crack on my foot, and I'll just play on, ice it up, go again the following week. And then when I failed my medical from Bulldogs, I ended up going back to France and told them what happened. I go, look, I just failed my medical. Can you guys just do this one thing, get my surgery done so I can just head back home? Even I struggled to get them to do it. And that was the start of my final year with them. And they're like, oh, it's going to take 6 months. We'll just rehab it so you can play on your last year and then go home. So that there just pissed me off. That pissed me off, and I didn't really care what I was doing at that club. So I was like, if you're not going to look after me, then don't tell me what to do. So I ended up doing whatever, man. I just took my time with everything. I managed to get the surgery done. I ended up doing the surgery done just before I left the club. And then when I got the surgery done, I started walking like once I was ready to walk, and then booked the ticket.
One way.
I booked the ticket and went to the concert. But yeah, man, shucks. And that training wasn't even a team training because it was international week.
Oh yeah.
It was like it was rehab training. It was rehab training.
I heard about you and Tyron's rehab trainings.
Yo, bro, me and Ty, we took the piss, man.
Yeah, he told me, bro. He's like, me and Big C, bro, we just do whatever, lad. I was like, wow, I wish that was the same here, but it was like every time he would be on his phone in like the gym, like recording his two just on the mic, like watching the train. I was like,
dude, we used to have our phones like up on thing and just do our normal. You got the weights on the whiteboard, and then like, all the boys are doing their normal weights. Me and the bros on the other side, on the other end, we're doing bench press, doing like something else that's not on the whiteboard. And then half an hour later, we're walking out, getting ready to go home.
That's what he told me. He goes, "Bro, you would like start at like 9 and finish at 10:30, go to the beach, do whatever, and then you still make grand final."
We'll be in the shower, and then the trainer will walk in, and he was like, "Oh, he's done already?" I go, "Yeah, we'll finish." We just did like probably 1 or 2 sets, and then left.
Wow.
But
that's crazy, eh? And then you still made grand final 2023, and you played too, eh?
Bro, I played on a broken foot. Like, broken foot,
I remember.
We played Saints, and bro, it was funny. Yeah, we played St. Helens, the semi-finals. During the warm-up, as I was like just warming up, bro, I just hit my foot, like just started crackling, and I was just like, bro, how am I gonna get through this game? But yeah, like I managed to get through the whole game, and then I just got off, and I was like, bro, just get through this grand final. But yeah, going into the grand final, bro, I wasn't even 100%. My foot was already gone. Yeah, we lost it. They started blaming me.
Bro, I watched that game. You were the best player like in their team.
But it was funny because like when I was done, they were just like, oh, like we got you here to, win a premiership, and you didn't achieve that. I was like, bro, I'm playing on a broken foot, you know that? And then, but yeah, like, we had a mad team that year, bro, like, with Percy and your brother as our halves. Like, bro, a mad team. But yeah, like, ended up losing. And then, bro, I was keen as to get on that out, bro.
Because all the boys left, PC,
Taro. Yeah, they all left in that as well. Yeah, it's like some of the mad players in that as well started moving on. And that as well. And
they went to England.
They went to England. Yeah. And I felt like that year is the only year I reckon that this is the only opportunity that we can win a grand final for Catalans. And when it didn't happen, it was like, bro, it's gonna be hard now with your brother and them all leaving, some other players moving and retiring, and So, but yeah, it is what it is, man.
You said you missed the challenge of playing in the NRL. What's it like to be back now finally and doing what you're doing?
Yeah, it's man, I'm enjoying being back. Even when I was in Super League, like I wake up like early as in the morning just to watch like the Roosters game.
Yeah.
Like watch the Roosters game. This, you know, like watch you boys all play in that at the time, and I can't. And then just watching, I was like, man, I miss playing back at obviously playing for Roosters when I was there and watching the game. Miss playing there, and then when I came back, it was like, to me, it was more about can I keep up with the game. It wasn't more about like the physicality stuff. It was just can I keep up with the game. And then yeah, like I had a good preseason, and then after round one, I was like, man, like this is what I missed. And then yeah, got through the whole year, and I was like, man, I'm keen to go again. So I missed it a lot being over in France. It's just because yeah, I've been playing for like 8-9 years in NRL level, and then going to Super League, and different, then you're playing. Yeah, it's a lot different. And then going to Super League, like you still look back, you'll still wake up early in the morning just to watch like the boys in that play, and then you're like, man, like you miss running out with them, and that as well. So it's good to be back though. Like I'm enjoying it.
Good, bro. It's good to see you back and doing so well. He's unlucky to not make the 8 this year. I think we ruined your chances, eh? But yeah, nah, you did well, bro. Especially everyone was like writing you off when you had that little slump period. But
yeah.
For like you personally, I reckon, that was a gun year, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to be the main forward of a team that's dominated, like everyone knows, mainly for their forward pack.
Yeah.
To be the main guy, it's crazy to see, especially at your age. You know, not many 33-year-olds doing what you're doing or even playing. But yeah, it was mad, and I was supporting you from the back, and then you just hit us from the back in the first game with me. Oh man, looking at your age now, 33, probably got a couple more years in you. What do you want everyone to know Siua to be like legacy wise?
I want everyone probably just to know me as a leader that helped a lot of the young boys. I guess that was probably one of my main roles. Being at the Roosters and now being at Manly is like I want young boys that's made it and come through. To say, you know, I help them, you know, during their path, NRL pathway, coming through the game. That's the main thing for me, is always seeing someone that I helped out grow in life and make it somewhere, and then in a couple of years they're having families and they're enjoying it and they made it somewhere. That they're besides all the grand finals and finals, that's what makes me more happy and more proud, is seeing someone achieve their goals. So that's a legacy that I want to leave behind. When I hang the boots up.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this, but even off the field, like I was speaking on the field before about this guy helping me so much, even off the field, bro. This guy will never let like any of the younger boys pay for anything, or like he will bring shoes in for the boys, boots, anything. So like, yeah, it's crazy to see like a guy like that who's got, you know, 5 kids now, his own family to look after. He's doing that for like every single player in the team. So forgot to mention that, but yeah, just how generous this guy is, even though he's got his own family, his own problems to worry about. Yeah, it's mad, and that's what I try to do with the younger boys now, because I learned it off the best. This guy wouldn't let me pay for nothing, or any of us boys, so grateful for that as well. And now I'm trying to pass down the knowledge I got from this guy to these boys. So the legacy, for me personally, your legacy, you would always be, for me, like my top number one, because the way you looked after me on and off the field, no one could ever match that, to be honest. Now that I'm older, I'm trying to do the same for the younger boys. So
yeah,
appreciate it, brother.
No, I appreciate it, man. It was always I learned so much, like just helping out the young ones and that as well. And like you said, you know, you've made your name. Everyone knows who you are. Everyone looks up to you. And all you can do is just pass it on to the young generation. And yeah, like, you know, you're the big dog there as Tigers, bro. So everyone playing against you, our video was pretty much on you. So if we get you going, then, you know, we'll struggle. So but yeah, like, you know, like what you said, man, you guys all you young boys all made us somewhere now, so that's what makes me happy. So yeah,
appreciate it, Docs. This was probably the guest I wanted to get on the most. Yeah, but I appreciate it. We'll do the outro. thank my also for pulling up. Hopefully we see each other in a couple of weeks. Tonga versus Samoa, but yeah, we'll see if we both make it. Thank you, Tonga.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, man.
All good, bro.
Much love.
Thank you.